live here. Well, we are, this is having an audience, so this will be great. We are live at 3form's headquarters, and not only did you just see all those images, but we're going to show it to you in real life here. We're going to walk you through the details. This is a pretty exciting time for us. We've enjoyed these installations quite a lot. So let's check out our first space here. This is one of our very kind of quiet, private conference rooms, and holy smokes.
How many times? Hey,
Well,
privacy, guys, privacy.
Well, clearly it works very well for private meetings. We do a lot of our specialized HR conversations in this room, so we can really, keep track of things. But it definitely gets
Right into this. Okay.
Well, hello. How are you guys doing?
Hi. We were having a private meeting.
It definitely works great for having nice, quiet conversations. So not only does it look good, it's got the great design across the back wall and our glass. It is a very quiet room. So we chose two very quiet people to demonstrate this. Oh, hey, Caitlin, you happen to be here in the hallway here. We want to talk a little bit about why this room is so quiet.
Yeah, so I have here the gaskets that we use in this system. This accommodates our 1/2-inch material and glass area. And you can see that this really adds to the rigidity of the system. Without it, you get all sorts of rattling that is undesirable. And you can see in our system here, when I press on it, you don't get any auditory reverberations.
Well, thank you for showing us that. I know this whole process, Caitlin's one of our engineers here on the products. This whole process, you guys have been working on for a very long time.
We have, a couple years now.
Yes, this is round 5 maybe on the gaskets. I don't know what
Lots of
version.
redesigning and trying things out.
Yeah, so a lot of really sophisticated stuff goes into holding these walls together. And so we're going to transition over to the marketing wall here. Now what you see here is what we call a step up and step down. So the step down is here on the pony wall, the step up is here. We really treated it with a bunch of different applications with the mullions and kind of the aesthetic. But what's really interesting here is the privacy of the wall. So we've got the glass up here so you can see over the top. And then you've got this really nice private, Matt does like his privacy. So he is very much appreciating this side of the wall. But it does work great to allow us to combine our material. That's a real key aspect of this system. So we have the ability to use the exact same frame to do all of our materials in. Now this is a pretty unique thing for a lot of manufacturers because manufacturers do not quite often stand behind the products that go into their frames, and then vice versa. A lot of glass folks don't necessarily stand behind the frame. They let those people play separately. So we put all that together here in a beautiful way. Let's see here, make sure I'm hitting all the components. Oh, Keegan, perfect. Keegan happens to be right here. We're going to talk about mullions. So Keegan, why is this system so interesting? We've got all of these mullions popping up.
Yeah, so adding on to what you just spoke about, our system allows for the use of mixed materials. Most systems have what's called muntins, which I didn't learn until last week that a muntin is actually a faux mullion. And basically what that means is it's like a facade that goes on both sides to give the look of a mullion. How our mullions work is it actually provides structure and provides a true material break, so that way you can mix materials, or even in our case, what we use at 3form here is you can use a texture, you can use just a regular color panel, the possibilities are endless. The other bonus of ours being an actual structural element is while the system was designed to add stiffness to use with our resin panels, the structure of the mullion actually provides even more stiffness, essentially bracing the posts even further.
So you're saying this is like crazy strong because of this construction.
Right.
Well, look at that, I can't even bend this. That's pretty awesome. So that's a big component to a lot of our wall systems. We've talked about how we want our material, which can be a bit flexible, to just be as strong as it possibly can. So this was a criteria in making these mullions. Thank you. Well, so we also have here is the framed opening. So we have a framed door on that last installation. So here you can just do an opening. You just get this nice kind of clean finish. And again, that kind of strength of the wall is such a key part of all of this. And we've done the lines to match up with the architecture of the building. So let's move to our final room in sequence. So this happens to be our conference room, and you know, we've got a really oh wow, look at that. Dax does indeed like to still test the strength of our variant panels. He is convinced he can go through this wall at some point.
It's robust.
Okay, well, you know, the engineers are going to prove us wrong here, I think. As you've noticed, the strength in our mullion panel or in a variant panel of the mullion is kind of insane. This was a huge criteria to make sure this system was not going to flex. I think we had probably 10, 15 conversations on that alone. And so we've got a 9-foot wall here. You can go up to 10 feet, and that's a very important criteria in this. We talk about like the height of a wall. When you can put a 10-foot wall together and have this thing be as strong as it is, that's pretty amazing. Now, it looks like someone's having a little bit of fun in here. I don't know what's going on. And wow, that is a quiet room, because we did not hear what's going on in here. We got Zishan dancing. We'll come back to you. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to have a whole party there later, I think. That's a fun experience. You can actually tell, I did that on purpose, because you could tell how quiet this system is. And this is actually kind of a very loud building, right? We've got concrete floors, we've got glass on our walls. We handled our acoustics appropriately. But most importantly, we are isolating a huge amount of sound, whether you need a solid argument or you need a party. You can absolutely separate your sound with the work environment. So that's a very important criteria. Oh, and Danielle, tell us why the doors work so well.
Oh, you know, I was just admiring these doors. They're just, you know, you can hardly see the hardware, right? This hinge is completely hidden in the top and bottom. The pivot location can actually move if you want your offset to be a little bit different. Fully framed, same gaskets that Caitlin was talking about. They come pre-assembled. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
very
so
nice.
both from Fab and the glass factory. So your door comes pre-assembled.
So this is like the very panel. It gets all of this.
All of it.
Minus the handle.
Minus the handle. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. We have 2 handle sizes. I don't know if you recognize it. There's a smaller version of this as well, and this taller version.
I did forget to mention that in the other room. We did put the 2-foot with a big wall. Sometimes we want a taller handle. This is definitely a client preference. So we do have an option for this that's available, but a lot of times people like to specify hardware based on their project. So we can certainly drill holes based on someone's specs. But we thought this one looked pretty good. And again, with a tall door, a big handle seems to do a good job.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, there's a small gasket on the hinge side. If I open it, hear the
so
sound.
this is...
So you can see a little bit of a gasket right there.
Oh, this is
that
doing a
helps
lot
to
of-
block some of that sound.
Oh, I'd say
You'll notice
a huge
there's
one.
nothing on this side. That just relies on the size of the door opening relative to the door.
Yeah.
And the hinge has a lot of adjustment in it, just for those really minor adjustments you're looking for, getting that to fit perfectly flush to the wall.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've been involved in this project for about 4 years. So we've had between Keegan, Caitlin, and Danielle, this has been a pretty amazing engineering team putting all these details together. So
time
appreciate
coming.
the details on that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We're going to just finish off on the wall here. So we've got we've got some frame. We've got framed varia. We have framed glass. We have frameless glass. So now you can see the glass panel here has just this beautiful silicone joint. And so this is also helping with that sound, obviously. And then we did that etch to give you a little bit of privacy on our main room. So let's go to the other end here. And our glass double door, fully framed. So this is the mostest of the best system that we've ever put together for a 3form. So welcome to our conference room system for 2025. Well, come on in and let's join the meeting. Okay, so